GOR-ROK is my favorite Lizardman character, looks-wise, lore-wise, but not quite gameplay-wise. He just, at least on the battlefield specifically, his campaign's great, but on the battlefield, he never did quite fit the role I envisioned him to play. And so recently, with this current patch, they have buffed GOR-ROK. They've dropped his price by about 200 gold, which is pretty significant. And additionally, they have added the Dazed Contact effect to his Mace of Ulamak. Now, I am a huge fan of the Dazed Contact effect. It is one of the primary reasons that I use the Doom Bowl so much on the Beastman roster. So GOR-ROK having this actually adds quite a bit of, I would say, utility to the character. And today I'm just going to quickly showcase a little bit as to why I think he might actually be potentially even a meta Legendary Lord for the Lizardman roster. I don't know about meta per se. There's definitely going to be better picks out there. But it's not going to feel as memey to take him in quick battles anymore. He is now only, with this current kit I've got him on, Mace of Ulamak and the Rakavitsa, which gives him basically perfect vigor and a bunch of physical resistance. He is 1,200 gold, which is 200 gold cheaper than Sigvald, everybody's favorite Footlord from the Total War Warhammer 2 glory days, who also has perfect vigor and has regen. But Prince Sigvald is 1,400 gold, next to GOR-ROK's now 1,200 gold. So you're kind of buying a similar character. GOR-ROK has the super high armor value, that silver shield, Footlord playstyle that Sigvald has. He doesn't have the regen, but as you can see with the Mace of Ulamak, he comes out of the gate swinging, and Sigvald is already down to half HP. So even though GOR-ROK doesn't have the regen behind his character, he brings something a little bit different to the table in having armor-piercing damage and that Mace of Ulamak, which, if you don't know, Dazed causes the enemy that you're attacking, if they've been hit, to have a -10 defense, melee defense debuff, and some speed debuffed. So it actually compares really well, especially with Lizardman units like the Temple Guard or Source Warriors that are oftentimes lacking in that melee attack. It helps them hit those characters just a little bit better. So now there's some utility behind GOR-ROK. He's not just a meat stick you're throwing at your opponent, a Footlord meat stick, so he'll almost never get to where he needs to go. But in this case, with game modes like Conquest, Domination, I think there's a pretty good use case for GOR-ROK now, especially if you pair him with something like the Temple Guard ROR that now have Unbreakable next to their Lord. GOR-ROK is such a hard character to snipe with that high physical resistance. He has 15 base, and then you can add that 40% on top of it with his ability. And his missile resistance adds up to, I believe, 70%, just like Sigvald. So he can be a really hard character to snipe and kill. Obviously not quite as hard as Sigvald. Sigvald has regen, so, you know, there's a bit of give and take, but you do get the armor-piercing attack, and that Mace of Ulamak really does help you connect hits. As you can see, we buffed him again, and he goes up to 90 melee attack and almost 700 weapon strength, and he's just beating the crap out of Sigvald here. If we speed up, we should be able to finish this fight here really quick. I don't want to make it too long of a video. I mainly just want to showcase GOR-ROK as a Legendary Lord and what you could potentially use him for in your multiplayer games. Campaign-wise, this isn't going to have too much of an effect. I believe he already had a skill in his skill tree that gave him the Dazed Contact effect, so it's mainly for multiplayer battles. But as you can see, obviously he's hitting a regenning unit, so the damage gold value is going to be really high. He easily contended with Sigvald that match. Now, this is one match. The RNG can actually swing this fight, so this looks particularly good. But again, I'm just trying to showcase a point and kind of give some love to my favorite Lizardman character and why I think he's actually not as bad as we may have originally thought, especially with these new buffs. I think they definitely lend some flavor to the character, and I'm quite happy with the changes. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you want to see more of these videos. There's a lot of little neat tidbits and showcases I think I would enjoy doing, and if you are interested in that, let me know. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later.